Hey, what's up guys, Warrior93 here, and here is going to be yet another Dragon Ball Super video, but this one is going to contain spoilers. So, be wary of that. I'm going to give you guys some time to click off this video before the actual video starts, like right now. Okay, now that all the weeds are gone, let's get this video started.
Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Joey, or EternalAscension, and today guys, I'm going to bring you guys once again another Dragon Ball Super discussion video, and today guys, I'm with Warrior9983, so introduce yourself, dude.
Hey, what's up guys, Warrior93, and here is going to be yet another Dragon Ball Super video.
And pretty much today guys, I'm talking about how the Universe 6 tournament has pretty much ended, and pretty much, was it worth the wait? Now I did do a video before pretty much giving my overall thoughts on the first half of the Universe 6 tournament, and now pretty much today we're going to be doing the second half and pretty much everything as a whole, because it has finally come to a conclusion. Not the whole arc, but the tournament has ended. So I'm going to pretty much give my thoughts on the fights with Warrior and everything, etc. So do you want to kick it off, dude?
Let's talk about the whole arc in total. So start with the Champa and his introduction. How did that go exactly? So, what my pretty much thoughts on that was I really liked how Champa was introduced. We just finally got off the whole Resurrection F arc, and we kind of just kicked it off. Everything was well paced. Animation, it was pretty good, and then we just kind of, everything was just kind of smacked down in that one episode. So it kind of just like, hey, let's get the actual story started.
Yeah, right. Now, one of the things for me though, yeah, they did introduce Champa in a good way, or Champa in a good way, but one of the things for me that really got me, this was in the first half, it was going by, right, really fast. Like, each fight was like within one episode, like second half, or the first half or the second half of the episode. Like, if you look at the Goku versus Bultimo fight, that fight was only like, what, a good 5-10 minutes? And they were just going really fast. Like the Goku versus Frost fight, that was pretty short as well, but in the manga, that was very well done. And the choreography and everything was 10 times better. And that's another thing too for me. Like, the first half of the fights, they were done pretty poorly, in my opinion. Up until the Kaba, like Vegeta versus Kaba and stuff like that, or Vegeta versus Vegeta or whatever, those fights were good. But before then, the choreography wasn't done, like, right at all. The Goku versus Frost fight, I feel like could have done the choreography a lot better and made it more appealing to watch, because with the fights before then, they weren't just enjoyable to watch. They didn't feel like Z, like, fighting, because that's what a lot of people wanted. They wanted, like, that Dragon Ball Z kind of fighting, you know, really fast-paced and stuff like that, the blow exchanges and stuff like that. But no, they were mostly, like, key blasts and etc., and a lot of talking. I didn't really like that, but that's pretty much my little 2 cents on that. But the fights, they did better.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. With the first half of the tournament, yeah, the fights were pretty much way too... Actually, all the fights were pretty much too fast, except for the Goku and Hit fight. We'll get to that later. But all the fights were pretty much just too fast, and there wasn't really much time to develop most of the characters. Like, Botamo, we don't really know anything about him, except he's, like, super rubbery. Then Vegeta, he's a crybaby, but that was pretty much the most character development we had of him. And then Kaba, he actually had some character development where I hope that we explore him in the future. And then there's Hit, who has the most character development out of all of them. Oh, and I forgot about Frost, because, oh hey, he's just pretty much a clone of Frieza, except he's a huge douche of it. I
wouldn't say he's a copy of Frieza, because a lot of people like to say that, but he does things in a different way.
Well, he's a copy of Frieza, but different motives to do it.
Yes, yep, that's exactly it. But no, like with the characters and all that, to be honest, like, I really didn't want more background on Bultimo and stuff like that. Like, characters like that, like Hit and stuff like that, yeah, I want more background on them, because it seems like we're going to see more of him in the future, because I can see Goku wanting to fight him again, you know, in the future sometime when he gets better, or he learns the Super Kaioken a little bit more, or maybe gains new abilities. It kind of seemed that way with this most recent episode of Super. So, hopefully we can see that more in the future as well. That's another thing too.
The thing about Botamo and Vegeta, yes, that you did not really want to, but kind of me with my experience with old school Dragon Ball, even then, the tournaments, they had some kind of backstory for the minor characters that came in, so they actually gave some reason for them to be in the tournament, at least some kind of backstory. We didn't get any backstory from Botamo or Vegeta, which I found a huge problem with. It's not bad storytelling. It's just compared to the other tournaments, even for minor characters, it's like for Dragon Ball, it's not fair.
I can't say they don't explain their characters. Like minor characters, like the Universe 16, like stuff like that, like they'll explain Hit pretty well. But like with Baltimore and stuff like that, they don't really. When it comes to those minor characters, they most likely usually they won't explain them. So that's, and we barely know anything about Champa, and he's like the main thing, the main reason why this whole entire tournament's happening. All we know is that he's Beerus' brother. You know, it's just like that. Like Dragon Ball, from what I remember, I haven't watched the show in like years. It's never been one of those series where they really explain the character. But let's move on, if you're okay with that, the second half of it. The second half of the Universe 6 tournament. What did you think about the fights? Everything like that? Do you think it got better? Do you think it got worse? Do you think they could have done some things better? What is your overall thoughts, basically?
I'm going to start with my cons first. Alright, we already went through the fights were way too fast. But my kind of problem, this kind of goes with the first half as well. We're still in the beginning, so it was basically Goku and Vegeta versus everyone, which I found kind of a problem with. So you had these two characters who were on pretty much God tier level, and then you had Piccolo, and then Majin Buu, who couldn't even participate. And then Monaka, we later found out he's a complete amateur in the first place. So it's like basically two people versus everyone, which I kind of found that it kind of takes away some of the tension of the fight. It wasn't bad because I'm a Goku fan. Like I didn't find it completely bad. It's kind of like for all the other fans who like Piccolo out there, who kind of just saw like, wow, he kind of just had his win taken away from him twice in one episode. Yeah. So it was like, so it's kind of bad for those fans, but it does really play toward the Goku and Vegeta fans, and a lot of people find a problem with that. I necessarily, as a subjective opinion, I really don't find a problem with that. And then going on with the fights overall, I really liked how the animation, they really cranked it up. The characters were pretty much on point, were on the important moment, but sometimes you will actually see the animation take a huge drop in quality within the same episode, and it's kind of like that inconsistent thing where you're just like, alright, well, I don't know when it's going to be good or bad anymore.
Right. For me, though, the second half of it was pretty good for me for the most part. I felt like they did the fights pretty well and stuff like that, because it got to the point with Super where I really didn't enjoy watching it. And like I said in my last video on this whole topic, I was getting ready to pretty much cut it off. Like the whole thing with Piccolo versus Frost, that was done terribly. Like, I was talking to a couple people about it like a long time ago. They're like, in that fight, he wasn't really Piccolo. That wasn't in Piccolo's character to like, you know, back up, you know, dodge or like, usually he just goes right in, you know? He's not the type of character to just like, you know, fire Ki Blast, you know, just be more... He's a lot more strategy, I can say, really. Like in Z and stuff like that. But in that fight, they really didn't betray him that well. Well, the whole Vegeta vs. Champa thing, that was a good thing for Super. I'm glad they did that because it added new levels for us to see, like, you know, playing Salad and stuff like that. And that was good stuff for Super. And then with the Goku vs. Hit, that really brought back that old Z feel. You know, that's what a lot of people say about the old Z feel. And the fight was actually enjoyable to watch. I mean, the Vegeta vs. Champa thing, that was good. Like, those fights were good. And Goku vs. Hit. But the Vegeta vs. Vegeta, that was okay. But everything after the Champa fight was really good in my opinion, and they pretty much nailed it. And they had some very good comedy in this whole arc too. Like the second half, they ended the arc off, and they ended the tournament off in a very shocking way that the viewer might have not seen coming, because it's spoiler right here. Well, not really a spoiler, but most people thought, we knew that Monaka was going to be a fraud and he was going to be weak. And we didn't think he was going to beat Hit by no means. But he did. So that was one of the biggest shockers for everybody. Because for most people, like, oh yeah, there's no way. Goku has to beat Hit no matter what. And when he didn't beat Hit, that was kind of surprised a lot of people. In the way Monaka just basically defeated Hit. That was one of those things that really got the viewer like, oh, that's cool. Adding like, you know, little surprising factor into the arc. But for the most part for me, the whole tournament, the first half I didn't enjoy. Like I said, the first half I didn't enjoy. But the second half to me was pretty good for the most part. And I'm looking forward to see where they take Dragon Ball in the future after this tournament. Because it just really depends how far they go, really, with the series.
Yeah, meanwhile, while you're saying that, I really liked how the tournament ended pretty much. Because Goku is pretty much the main star of the show. We all know that. He always... in all the movies, which all the non-canon movies, he always gets the spotlight and everything like that. Everyone knows this, so everyone's all thinking, oh, Goku's going to get the win in the end. Which, by old Dragon Ball, I think all of Dragon Ball, Goku was kind of really not there. He kind of just came in at the end. But this time, he was kind of there, and I really liked it how he didn't really get the win, but they did end it off where he doesn't want to give up, but he just kind of gave up because it's like, hey, if it's not your best, what's the point of you trying? And
Exactly.
I really like that about the character, and with the whole fight between Goku and Hit, because it first started off old school Dragon Ball style. Hey, strategy over power, and then it became power and strategy mixed in together by bringing in the Kaioken, because Hit was on another level, but Goku had to use that bring out that Kaioken to get to that level.
Right, yeah.
So kind of like, it was a really good mix of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, where you had the flashiness and you had all the strategy that went into it. And like I was saying at the end, I really liked it when Goku was like, you know what, I'm just not even going to fight anymore, because if I'm not, if there was no rules, I would be able to fight. But nope, This is restricting me. And I found it weird at first, but after letting it settle in, kind of think about it, hey, that's Goku's character right there. And then Monaka's, his twist, which that was a huge homage to the Mr. Satan versus 18 fight. No question about that. And it was really good character development for Hit right there, because he was portrayed as this kind of cold-hearted person at the beginning, and then kind of just at the end was like, hey, I kind of like these guys.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you said for the most part there. But yeah, that's pretty much all you gotta say.
I just really liked how old techniques were kind of refreshed in this, with Piccolo. I think he was pretty much the first one to do it. Actually, Goku, he came out with the Super Saiyan first, and then Piccolo with his old stretchy arms with the special beam cannon, the Makenko Sapo, if you want to be a weeb.
Yeah, true. That original pronunciation. But, yeah, I feel like they really did it in a good way, because a lot of people wanted to see the old Z thing, because we didn't see that up until, like, the Goku versus Beerus fight, so I can see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, so those were pretty much all my thoughts about it. Overall, I do think this was a great arc. I really think that Dragon Ball Super should have started at this point. I still don't think, even for the casual audiences, starting with Battle Gods or Resurrection F, retelling those stories in anime form was still a huge mistake for them. I really think that Dragon Ball Super should have started here so we can build off this, and then to say, oh hey, these movies happened just like they did with the beginning of the series, saying, hey, Dragon Ball Z happened.
Oh, but no. Akira Toriyama recommended this. If he felt like it would be better, too, so, yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, you're right, though, but still, I mean, for the people who haven't watched it, I mean,
go watch the movie.
Right?
People watch it online.
No, because, like, this series is, like, designed for a younger audience, and most of the younger audience hasn't not seen the films. This series, and like, real quick here, it's not meant for us. It's not meant for us, too. It's really not. It's meant for the younger audience. He even said that in interviews and stuff like that in the past, but because of the old times and all, like, nostalgia and stuff like that, that's one of the reasons why really people want to watch it, but...
Nah, it's just Toei wanting to have that cash grab.
Yeah, that cow's gonna die eventually, bro.
They're like, hey, if we tone down on some of the themes, we can get that younger audience, which is a bigger audience, and then more money's gonna come in.
You're right. That's pretty much it. So yeah,
one more point I wanted to hit. I forgot to hit it. Power scaling. It's totally off now. This, we won't spend too much time on this, but because that's like something for a whole nother video in itself.
I was gonna say that for another video if you wanted to do that on the video.
It still needs to be mentioned at least.
Yeah, true. You do you.
Super Saiyan Blue, we have no clue where they are now. And then, because we thought Super Saiyan Blue almost replaced the Super Saiyan form, but nah, that's not a thing. And then, we have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10.
Yeah.
If that is not in Beerus' level, I call bullcrap.
Yep, more and more problems. But
Yes,
Yeah.
but I won't go into that. That was just something I had to be
Yeah,
mentioned.
another video for another day if you want to do that, because that would be pretty cool. I was about to ask you that anyway if you wanted to do a video of that, but we'll talk about that after recording. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think about the whole Universe 6 tournament? Let me know your overall thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. So yeah, so hope you all watched it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. You know what to do, hit a like there, all kind of stuff right there. So yeah, check out Warrior9983. Link down below in the description to his channel. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're on my channel, exactly, go check out EternalAscension. He just started up his new reboot of his channel, so go support him in that. He needs to gain back all those subs.
All those dead subs I don't need. No. They can stay over there dead. Yeah, they can stay. I'm a good fan. I don't need those. I don't need no people resurrection. I would like some resurrection, but you know.
The resurrection of EternalAscension. New movie right there. There you go. But yes, make sure you hit a like if you enjoyed or at least tolerated this video. And
it's a pretty long ass video.
And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you go subscribe to him, like I just said, and you go subscribe to me because you don't. Why wouldn't you want to subscribe to me?
Or not if you don't, you do. Yeah, you do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And leave a like on this video if you dislike too. But anyways, yes. We will see you guys in the next Dragon Ball Super video.
Goodbye.